It was Halloween night and a 16-year-old student was brutally murdered in his dorm room, and what could only be described as a death ritual was performed that night. And to this day, no one knows who did it. It was 1986 and 16-year-old Chaim Weiss was a student at Torah High School, and it was a school for like Jewish people, right? So Chaim was last seen like in the hallways reading. So it wasn't until like midnight he returned back to his dorm. So it's believed like around 1 to 6, somebody entered his room and would strike him with like what they described as like a hatchet type weapon.
Oh my gosh.
And crushed his skull and like severed his spine.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was like very brutal. So when cops got to the scene, they realized a lot of details about it that were very off. They realized that his body was moved. So his body was moved from the bed to the floor and his legs were put in an upright position.
Oh my gosh, why?
So they believe it's because of a death ritual custom that they do in like Judaism. Another thing was that the window was left open. They think that's part of the ritual because it lets the spirit get out of the body. Because there was no reason to have the window open because it was like super cold that night. Chaim didn't open the window, the killer did.
Yeah.
And the killer moved his body hours after he was already murdered. So they believe it was somebody from the school that also practiced the religion.
Yeah.
But investigators found it hard to get any info out of the students or teachers or the rabbis because it's like against tradition to basically just snitch. They're not allowed to give information unless they know 100% somebody did something.
Yeah.
There was also this weird incident where Chaim was like invited by the principal for like a meeting, but he didn't tell his parents what it was about. And he was like never the same after that. 8 years later, the family of Chaim would receive a letter basically kind of mocking them. So the letter says, know what happens to chickens when they're too old to lay Easter eggs? They die. And also around that time, his gravestone was vandalized and they wrote the words murder in Hebrew. But was it just a taunt or a cruel prank? To this day, no one really knows what exactly happened to him or who did it.